Good evening, all. Clint here from Peel. I really hope that we find everyone well. It's a very interesting times at the moment. A lot of people are doing it tough, so I really hope that you're doing well, that your health is good, and you're enjoying what we're doing. Look, I thought I'd just jump online and have a bit of a chat about some of the key learnings that we've had over the last couple of weeks. Our learning curve has been massive with this virtual racing, and I think we're doing a pretty good job. We're getting some good feedback, so I think it's going all right. I'm interested in your feedback though, so if you think we can do it better, then let us know. But so far, so good. But there is a few key learnings that I wanted to share with you tonight, and it'll just help us do things a little bit better. I suppose the first thing to talk about is the trainer. You don't need a good trainer. You don't need a $1,500 smart trainer, the latest Wahoo Kicker or Tax Neo or whatever that. You don't need that. And this is a picture of my setup. So my setup really is a dumb trainer. This is a trainer that I've had in my garage for a dozen years. It's dumb. I've got on it a wheel with a power tap on it. Now that has been lent to me by Nick Cowie, so thanks Nick, I really do appreciate that. But it just shows you how simple a trainer you can have and get the most out of it. So all you need is a power meter and a dumb trainer, and you're essentially away. So there's lots of power meters out there. There's the stages, they're pretty good, they're pretty cheap. There's lots of pedal based meters. The power taps, they're fairly old, but they still do a good job. So there's plenty of them out there. If you've got one, you've got a dumb trainer, then there's nothing stopping you join us online. And obviously, if you've got a smart trainer, you're even better off. The difference essentially is comes down to the software. RGT, the platform we're using. The reason we're using it is it's really good, and it allows us to do what we want it to do. So what it does with the smart trainers is as you're going up a hill, it loads up the resistance on the hill, whereas with the dumb trainer and the power meter, for me to generate more power, I've just got to spin bigger gears. So spin bigger gears, spin them harder. So you'll see when I'm going up hills, I'm spinning lots, high cadence, and that's really just to generate the power, so I can keep the momentum up going up the hill. So a couple of different things, different ways to do it, but it's easy, and I suppose the point is you don't need to invest big dollars, and we'd just love to see you join us. We're having a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, surprisingly. It really is. I hate riding indoors, just hate it with a passion. That's why that trainer's been sitting there for 12 years, barely been used. But now, it's given me something to train for. I still enjoy getting out. It's autumn, best time in WA to ride. So trying to ride as much as I can outdoors, but getting my racing fix indoors, it's good. The reason the club's doing this, it really is just to help with motivation. I really struggled. We had a bit of an emergency meeting a few weeks back, and we sort of said, well, what are we going to do? We can't race, so what are we going to do? And Pete Dawson came up with racing virtually, and good on him, because it's been fun. We've been learning a lot, and I suppose it keeps the club doing what we do. We race, that's what we do. We can't race outside, so we'll race indoors until we can race outside. So it's been fun. It's been a big learning curve. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope it's giving you some motivation, because that's what it's all about. Give us something to look forward to a couple of times a week. My legs are killing me. 2 races in 4 days, and one up the Paterberg and the crit last night. And I'll tell you what, my legs are bloody screaming, but loving it. It's good fun. So get into it. If you're a friend of Peel, if you're racing WA, or you just want to race with us, jump on. We'd love to see you. So the more the merrier. It's all good. So getting onto the app, there's a few things, a few key learnings. It's a little bit different to Zwift. A lot of people used to Zwift. A little bit different. You've got to have two apps. There's a screen app, and there's a control app, which is on your device. So to get them, you go to rgtcycling.com and download them. They're pretty good. So when you first open up your screen app, you'll get this. you get this screen, and it gives you a code. When you start the app on your phone, the first time you match them up, you get asked to put the code in. But because I've matched them up a lot, I don't have to do that. So I'll just open my app here. It'll join up with the screen any second, and we'll be away basically. So. So there we go. I've actually had to put the code in because I shut it down for some reason. So there we go. Picked us up, and we're away. So a couple of key differences. When you first open it, it comes to this, the home screen. It sort of tells you who's doing what at the moment. And on the app, I can see that there's a number of things I can do. I can explore, which sort of tells me what courses are out there. So there's the Borrego Springs in San Diego, just a circuit. 8 Bar is a crit course. Germany, Canary Wharf, we raced that the other night. 1K crit, it hurt. Cat Fermenter, good course of good climbing. I did this the other day by myself, just to try and get used to the app, and it's a fantastic course. So it probably brings me to one of the key learnings that we've had with this, and that's around lag. We're getting a bit of lag. So the first live stream that you saw on Sunday, or was actually last week, you see there was a bit of lag. So what I did, I upgraded my machine. I was running on an old laptop, so I was running on a Windows PC. It was an old laptop actually, and the machine wasn't quite up to the graphics that were there, so that caused a bit of lag. So, and I'll just show you what I mean by that. The platform really is it's a game. It's a gaming thing. So you need a gaming machine to run it well, and that's what I've got in this office. That's why I've moved into my office. I've got a real pretty powerful PC here, but it also works well on Apple TV or with an iPad. Peter Ridley's had some really good effect. So when you open up, you get this, and you can see it's quite visually pleasing. But the higher the graphics you have, the more chance you're going to have lag. So on the app, there's I'll show you the app. There's a little button at the top, which is a little screen that says it's green. It says it's on. If I click on that, it'll give me the options for graphics. So there's 3 options that I can have for graphics. So this is the low graphics setting, and you see it's just taking out all the trees. It's pretty sparse. There's no movement on the water there. It's pretty low. And then we'll go to the medium. It starts filling in trees, a bit more movement on the water, and that starts to bring in data. And then we go to ultra. It starts really filling it in, and so you get the trees moving, get a bit of grass moving, the shadows are better, the road's more defined, and all that stuff. It makes your machine lag. It really starts to put some duty on the machine. So if you're seeing a bit of lag, and by that you'll see it jittery in the screen. You'll see that the clock might not be right. So you might be racing, and the clock might be still saying you've got 3 minutes to go. Well, that's due to lag. So just change the setting to go to the lowest setting, and you'll probably remove all the lag, and you'll have a much better experience. So that's probably the first learning we've had. And since we've changed it, the graphics are good, and there's no lag, and it's all going really well. Canary Wharf, that race we did last night, I streamed that on the medium settings, so it was pretty good, and we had no issues. It was a really good option. So that's probably the first real learning we've had. The second one is really just the difference. You've obviously got a screen app, which runs the screen, and you've got a control app on a device. I find the control app really handy. It sort of sits next to the bike, and I can wave, give everyone a wave. I can give change the camera view. You can turn around, or you can start chatting. So it's pretty handy sort of app. The other thing that I want to talk to you about the app is it's just the settings, I suppose. So there's a number of settings. The one that you've really got to get right is your weight. So this is in your personal details. There's my weight, boys. Well, guys, everyone's probably been wondering what it is. Don't skimp on it. Don't cheat, because you're only cheating yourself. We're not racing for much. It's just a bit of fun. So make sure it's right. Make sure it's as close as possible, because that's where that's essentially the grading for this. So we're currently only running one grade, and the reason we're doing that is because it's really just a bit of fun, and we're probably not getting the numbers to warrant more grades. And if we do get lots of numbers, then we'll start looking at more grades for sure, which will be fun. But in the meantime, what you find is you'll actually start riding with people that are putting out the same weight per power, or watts per kilo, I suppose. So you might look at the race last night, and you see the A graders were well off the front. Even lapped me, but I was probably getting around with the C graders, which was good fun, and there was a few more between us and A, and there was a few more behind us. So it's sort of self grades, and that works really well, and then had a bit of fun. So yeah, it's all good. So yeah, a few learnings there. One's about the graphics, 2 is about the app, and 3 is about the trainer. You don't have to have a great trainer. So look, we really do hope you're enjoying the racing. I'm certainly enjoying it. It's good fun. I never thought I'd be doing this, but here we are. It's a changing world. Things are different. I'd love to see some more people racing. I'd love to see some women, at least some kids out there racing with us. I'd love to see some of the hot shots in the club. Tyler Lindorf, you're around. Connor, I'm not quite sure what you're up to, but jump in and join us. Ollie Bledden, Jordan Dawson, the Connons, jump in, guys, and even Callum Milne, jump in. Love to see us. The racing's actually good fun, good training, keeps you motivated. So so that's what we're doing it for. I hope it makes sense. The reason we're on the RGT app is because it's great. It's a good app. It's free. It's free for you guys to use. It's not free for the club, but that's fine. But what it allows us to do is to put a race up that's tailored by us as a private race. So we can race by ourselves instead of, with Zwift, we can't actually organise a race because they've closed it off for some reason. And we tried it, and we were riding with 5,000 other people, which wasn't great. Didn't really work for us. So we've gone to RGT, and look, it's working great. It's really good. Really pleased with the results. So yeah. So look, guys, I hope you're enjoying it. It's good fun. Get out there and ride. It's autumn. It's beautiful weather. Don't let it go to waste. And get your racing fix online with Peel. Peel, we race. That's what we do. That's what we're going to keep doing. So yeah, thanks for your time. Hopefully, we'll make things a bit better. And yeah, good to see you out there. Cheers, guys.